Hi, welcome to the world famous historic chicken ranch. How are you?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Doing well. All right, I'm gonna close this behind you. Well, good to meet you. Well, in here, where you come in is our parlor. If you choose to do a lineup with us ladies, all of us ladies come out one by one, introduce ourselves with our name, and you can pick your favorite lady from the lineup. These curtains right here open, so you get a full 360 view of everything you're working with. When we come out, we walk one by one, I'm sorry, real quick. If we were to be chosen from the lineup, we would take you back to our room, negotiate any prices, services, whatever we want to do that day and make happen. That's where we come to. Right here, we have our doctor's office. All of our testing is done in-house here weekly. We do blood draws and swabs just to make sure nobody's going home with everything. We have to be cleared actually by both the doctor and the sheriff's office before we're even allowed to go on the floor, just to make sure everything is safe, hygienic, and clean for everybody. We also have a tanning bed in there if us ladies so choose. We have a lot of amenities here for us just to make our living comfortable while we're here. All right, and come follow me. If you were to choose a lady from the lineup, we'd go straight through this this hallway right here. So this is where all of us ladies line up while we're waiting to meet a gentleman. So we come one by one, we have 3 minutes to get ready, have a quick little chit chat, and come walk out. We have a mirror to get ready. We have a lip gloss and phone box, so we stay ready. And right here is our motto. So what is meant for me will be, what is not for me, my sister shall receive. We have this printed out on all of our placemats when we go to eat. We have it posted all over the house. It's just a good way to keep camaraderie with all of us girls. If you want to follow me, back there we have our laundry facilities. So included in our room and board fees, we do have laundry service and housekeeping that does help us out, as well as having access to them ourselves. We have fresh sheets that we can use for our parties, as well as towels, robes, so nothing is unhygienic here. Everything is a single use. We're very clean in here. We have access to all this ourselves, so us ladies never have to wear a dirty dress. I probably change my dress about 3 times a day. All right, right here is gonna be our cat room. So we have kitchen facilities. These are our private facilities for us ladies to use. We have our own food in these 2 fridges right here. We do our own cooking. There's a girl here that makes pho for everybody on special occasions. So it's where we do a lot of hanging out. And back here in our cat room, which not a lot of people see, is where we do all of it's where we do all of our socializing. We share our successes, war stories, fun clients that week. We can watch movies, football, play a lot of board games. We were playing Monopoly yesterday, actually. But you might also catch a glimpse of Kashmir, our house cat. She does a lot of hanging out in here. All right, and come follow me through this hallway, which right at the beginning, you'll see this picture of Brad Pitt. He was here in 2005 just to hang out with us ladies for a real quick visit in this exact hallway. So this is the original wood paneling from the original chicken ranch coming here to Nevada in 1976. This is still a piece of our home that has not changed. We've had a lot of famous people walking through these walls, not just Brad Pitt. Right here is our kitchen. So we do have a chef available for us that does cook us 2 meals a day. We are very well fed, nobody goes hungry in here, and we all do our meals together twice a day. If you want to follow me through here, we have a lot of the girls' rooms here in the back of the house, and so it's a little bit of a maze, but we all get a random room assignment. If you're here for long enough, you can make a request for your favorite, but every single room is unique, catered to what we like. We're allowed to decorate it ourselves. Condoms are mandatory, which is shown on every single door. So if you want to follow me back here, we have our massage room. So a lot of ladies here offer a neuro massage fantasy. We have this available to us if we would like. A client can come in here, get all oiled up and relaxed and get a massage. There's no sexual activity here in the massage room. It's just for relaxation and warm up. And some guys come in here and they simply just want a massage. This is a good place to do it. All right. And we're backing up here. Follow me through this hallway. Right in here, we have our orgy shower, also known as the golden shower. It's going to be a 2-person experience in there. We have multiple detachable heads. We can enjoy them together. I've used it in my own personal time, but it's a nice amenity to have after you come in from the jacuzzi. So in here, we have our mini strip club, so I could put on a little show if I wanted to. We can do lap dances on here. Again, no sexual activity in this room. It's just something for us to enjoy. We also have a surround sound system as well as our TV, so we can put on movies, XXX films, whatever we want to watch and enjoy our time together in here. I use this amenity for a good amount of my parties because it's very relaxing. And speaking of relaxing, we have our indoor jacuzzi here. We keep it at 103 degrees. It's very nice and warm. It's completely hygienic and safe. There is no sexual activity in our jacuzzi. It's just a nice warm up if you would like to go skinny dipping with your favorite lady here. We have a whole bunch of towels here also for our use. Everything is single use and laundered directly after. All right, and if you'd like to follow me outside. And close this behind me. Out here we have our pool area. So starting in the late spring and summer, we have a lot of pool parties here. So us ladies can hang out here, tan topless if we'd like to, and guys can come out here and chat with us ladies, build some actual rapport, and then go in. Usually we're request only, so you have to ask for us ladies to see us. This is the exception to that. We can be hanging out by the pool all together, and then you can pick your favorite lady that you'd like. On top of that, at our actual pool parties, we have a lot of people going, sometimes a DJ playing, drinks are flowing. They can be a lot of fun. Notice the shape of this. This pool was intentionally shaped like a penis. This was built very, very soon into the history of our house. This has been around a while. We also have our outdoor jacuzzi as well. It's also kept at 103 degrees. Sometimes it's just a little bit too warm outside to want to sit inside, so that's available for no additional charge to parties of a certain size or more. Again, it's just the warm up. Again, no sexual activity in the jacuzzi. All right, and if you follow me here, we see our bungalows. So our bungalows are currently under construction right now. The other day I was doing a tour and we could hear our table saw going off at the time, but they should be open for us in probably about late April. We have a full service dungeon in there as well. So St. Andrew's Cross, restraints, anybody who wants a kinkier fantasy, we have the perfect room for that. As well as a couple themed rooms to enjoy for a longer extended visit.
What are the busier days here?
Usually weekends, so Friday, Saturday gets really busy, but you never know. Sometimes randomly on like a Tuesday night at 2 a.m, we get 3 lineups in a row. You never know. So back through here, we have a couple more of the ladies' rooms. We also have our office where they handle all of our paperwork, scheduling, everything. They take very good care of us. And also right here, us ladies have our own full service gym that we can use. So we gotta stay in shape. We're here for a couple weeks at a time. So that's available for us to use whenever we'd like. Gotta get our cardio in. All right, and back through here, we have our RV here. This is an upgrade suite for larger parties that we have available to us. Actually, one time we had a gentleman come in here and he was not interested in any sexual activity. He wanted to treat all of us ladies. So we all came to the RV, had a pizza party, hung out, watched movies with him. It was a lot of fun. He just wanted to treat us. Okay, and back through here, we have a full kitchen that is functional. We can use if somebody decides that they want to stay for a couple days. We have a staff that can also take care of dinner for us, and so we get catered meals included with our party. It's very nice to have. And if you want to come up here, it's a full king size bed. Oh, do we have a light in here? Oh, You know, I don't know if we have a light here. So that's gonna be our only king size bed on property to my knowledge. So it's a very nice amenity to have if we so choose. And up here, we also have full leather couches, full TV for anything we want. Again, we can put on movies, a porno, whatever we wanna watch. It can be a lot of fun in here. All right, and back out of the RV. All right, and right through here, we're entering our Hall of Fame. So all of the ladies that have been here with us for a year or more, or 18 consecutive tours, we have up on the wall. We get a photo of their choosing printed out for them that stays up as long as they would like, as long as they stay here. So this is eye candy as we're walking through. When we do our paydays, we all sit and we wait in this hallway and stare at each other's beautiful pictures, chat a little bit. So coming up here, you're gonna see, we only have, I believe, under 50 ladies on our lineup right now. And we have a very good amount of girls that stay here for a really long time. Here at the Chicken Ranch, we treat our ladies very, very well. So like for example, Miss Gina has been here for over 20 years. We have some wonderful ladies that have really spent their time here. And Miss Dahlia, who is right here, she has been with us for almost 17. So we have several ladies here that have been here for quite some time in their life. Really do well here. They take care of us. We don't go hungry. And then coming here, you'll see what the Chicken Ranch looked like when we first came here. So we moved over here from LaGrange, Texas, when our original location was shut down. That was in the movie The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas with Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. Very accurate. When they came over here in 1976, we were 4 mobile homes all put together. Now I believe that we're 8, plus a bunch of hallways all connecting us into one giant maze with a lot of the original wood in here still. And we have our house pets right here. I'm sad we didn't get a glimpse of Cashmere. I think she's in hiding. We also have Sadie. She passed away last year, but she was with us for 16 years. So the ghost of Sadie might be still wandering around saying hi to us. And around the corner, last but not least, we have our computer room for us ladies. We have a lot of ladies with their own businesses. We have ladies that are in college getting their master's or doctoral degrees. This is a place that we can do tests, quizzes, homework, run our businesses.
Hey!
Cashmere.
Hey, we were looking for you.
Hi, darling. Cashmere is very friendly. Sometimes she'll join us for our lineups. She'll watch us ladies come out one by one and she'll judge us and then walk back in. Yeah, and then a lot of the times just during our game nights, movie nights, she will jump up and cuddle. She's very sweet.
Is she available for cuddles?
You know, I wish. That would be a lot of fun to add to a party. A little upsell kitty cuddles. A lot of the parties are not sexual in nature. A lot of people just seek intimacy, cuddles, attention, affection, or they come here because it's been a while since they've got to spend time with a beautiful lady. So wouldn't it be fun if you got to spend time with a lady and a cute little cat?
Hey, the best of both worlds.
Maybe I'll have to run it by the office sometime if we get a cat guy in here. That would be a lot of fun. But yes, Cashmere is our little mascot. She was shaved like a lion here recently, and I think she got a little insecure. I'm glad she's getting out of her bubble now. But this is where we work here. Pretty much concludes our tour here.
You were kind enough to sit down with me for a couple minutes and do a quick little interview. For me, just being curious about who you are, and everybody out there watching this, just being curious about who you are, how you found employment here. I'm sure people have many, many questions. So I'm going to start off with saying, how old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
Okay, 22. How tall? You kind of tall.
Yes, I'm 5'9", so with these heels, I am over 6 foot.
Yeah, you were slightly towering over me. I felt a little bit nervous, but we made our way through to this point.
You are not the first person to tell me that.
I'm not going to say intimidating, but yeah, okay, definitely up there.
Well, I take that as a compliment.
Okay, so I'm imagining that you just didn't start working here. One day you didn't wake up and say, I want to work at the Chicken Ranch.
No, sir. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I'm relatively new here at the Chicken Ranch, but it took me a while to pull the trigger. I had heard of a lot of other ladies that did this. I danced for several years. I did several other avenues of sex work as well. And hearing about this, there's so many positive aspects to this. It's such a unique experience compared to other types of sex work that I had to try it. So I thought about it for a good 6 months before I applied. And when I applied, I was here within a week. It happened very quickly. So I'm very fortunate.
How was the hiring process like?
So the person in charge of hiring right here is awesome. He really worked with me. He mainly hires based off facial features first and then physique second. Once he is interested in a girl, he does a very extensive video interview with them. It's typically an hour or two long just to get to know us and our personality, because you do need to have a certain type of easygoing personality to work here. But looks get you very far. We want to keep the standard of girls really high here, and I appreciate being surrounded by beautiful ladies. So
let's go a little bit deeper into the looks department. Now, you're not a hiring person here, but I'm imagining places in business such as the Chicken Ranch and other places here in the state have some kind of standards in terms of what a woman looks like. But so based off of what you've experienced so far, is there a certain type that they would prefer working at their establishment over another?
Yes and no. All of our ladies look very different from one another, which leads towards a lot of harmony in the house. You know, all of the gentlemen that come in here, they can find somebody that suits their type, and not too many girls are too similar. But at the same time, we do have standards as far as taking care of yourself physically, mentally. A lot of beauty shines from the inside out, and so we want ladies that have the it factor and the looks. So the qualifications are more, you know, you have to be beautiful, but you also have to hold yourself a respectable way as well. That's more of the type versus just strictly physically. You know, we're not all blonde hair, blue-eyed, super long-legged, faked boob girls here. We have all sorts of girls.
When you do the lineup, how like you were showing me earlier, you said up to 15 girls will line up.
Yes.
What's okay? If you don't get picked, you don't get a little bit like what?
None of us take it personally whatsoever. There's certain tours girls come and they get picked from every other lineup, you know, about 50% of the lineups. There's certain tours girls will come in here and they won't get picked from lineup at all, but they'll get bar requests and they'll get appointments. Lineups are just one aspect of the job, and none of us take it personally, again, because we look so different from one another. If he chooses one of my sisters, him liking her and her looks, she could have reminded him of an old lover or his ex-girlfriend or his favorite celebrity. I don't know these things, so I never take it personally.
Let's talk about that lineup. So you're lining up with the other ladies, and there's a guy that is giving you not the heebie-jeebies, but there's something about him that you may not care for. Basically, what I'm asking is, are you allowed to refuse a client who is enamored with you and wants to make a deal, so to speak?
We can refuse a client at any point for any reason. We never have to accept a client. Us ladies only party if we want to. And so I typically go off of personality and hygiene. And so the two most important things. And so if a customer comes in here and clearly they had not showered before, I will definitely refuse them, you know, even though we do get rinsed off before. Or let's say, you know, he has murder in his eyes and I just don't feel like I would be safe there, I will refuse him. There's a lot of reasons that we can refuse a client, and they never ask us. That's not their business why we refuse a client.
Have you ever had a client where you made a deal and then you figured out that he was not the freshest and you took him to that shower?
So usually I do encourage showering before, but if I can tell he's not fresh, I'm probably not going to accept him as a client, because then you're not going to respect my time and my body if you don't respect your own. Another thing is we do physical examinations here before any money changes hands. After the negotiation, before the payment, we do have to check out downstairs, see what you have going on, just to make sure there's no visible signs of STDs. And if there is a gentleman that does have a dirty looking member, then that could be a reason to refuse him as well. So There's a lot of parts to that. You can say no to a client. A girl could refuse a client for any reason. A girl can refuse a client for just not being the personality type that meshes with her. You know, he would get along better with another girl. So refusing a client should never be taken personally. We just know that we should only take a client if we know we can provide them the best service and we're both happy with the situation. We all want to have fun here.
Let's talk about activities. You in general, what do you like to do outside of this establishment when you're not working, when you're home? Give us what's an average day like for you? What do you like to do for fun?
I love swimming personally. So if I could go to a lake, I have a pool that I swim in a lot. If I can be in the water, I'm gonna be in the water. I'm just very outdoorsy in general, so I'll go hiking a lot to keep in shape and get a good view. I hike a lot on my off days. I also have a family I really care about and spend a lot of time with them. I take care of a couple children. They are not my own, but I do take care of them. So a lot of my time just goes towards the people I love during my off days. I also make art. So I do paint with acrylic in my off time just for relaxation.
We're not very far from Las Vegas. Maybe, if you haul tail, you can get to Vegas in, 35 minutes.
If you're really hauling tail, I make it here in about an hour and 10 from where I'm at.
In Las Vegas, Las Vegas gets on annual over 40 million visitors a year. Many of those people are multi-millionaires. They have more money than you and I could even fathom could exist. Some of those people are very well known. And a lot of people don't know when it comes to being a celebrity is that you are a target for people to extort you or get money from you. So you got to be very, very careful. My question is kind of a two-parter. I don't know if you'll be able to answer this, but have you ever had somebody that was either well-known or a celebrity, and or if you have or have not, if you have, what would how would that work? Do they go through a different entrance? Would they call ahead and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, we got to keep this on the low. I'm very, very well known. Like you were showing me the picture of Brad Pitt. He came over here. Hey, Brad, if you're watching this, hey, we're not saying anything. We just got your picture up over here.
You can Google that picture of Brad Pitt, actually. He does not hide that picture of himself.
Was he a nice guy, by the way?
I didn't personally meet him. That was back in 2005. I don't want to tell you how old.
Oh, yeah, you weren't, yeah, okay, well.
Yeah, no. We do have a lot of people coming in here for the reason of discretion. When you come in here, that's what we value most. Our billing, the way our entrances work, everything prioritizes discretion. Even us girls amongst each other, we don't discuss names with each other. And so yes, we do get a lot of public figures. We get politicians, we get people that are really big in the entertainment industry. Typically those people are considered high discretionary clients. As long as they call and inform us of that ahead of time, they come through a separate entrance. They're escorted directly to the room of the lady of their choosing by our security guard. So we do not play any games. Nobody will see them that they do not want to see them. So typically it is only our security guard and the lady that sees them. Even the staff will not see them themselves. The lady will not disclose their name to the other lady, so your secret will be safe here if you are in the public eye. Me personally, I have taken one client that was bigger in the entertainment industry and does have name recognition, but that's something that's...
Tell me. Who?
Brad Pitt. No, I'm messing with you. No, it was somebody in the music industry, but I don't, that's not something I discussed.
So you're only 22 years old. You're pretty young. Got your whole life ahead of you, all that sort of stuff. Not saying that this is not a career, but do you see past the sex industry? Like, what do you see yourself doing? Where do you see yourself at in 10 years?
Oh, yeah, great question. I personally have a lot of investments going right now, and so I would like to have properties that I own and manage at the time, bring in my residual income. I also want to go back to school. I have a year and a half of psychology education under my belt. I would love to be a therapist. When I make it past this in about 10 years, you know, when I'm in my 30s, I would like to go back, get a master's degree. A lot of ladies also here do school at the same time. That's what we have the computer room for. So I am considering going back to online school for psychology right now. I'd like to work with patients struggling with drug and alcohol dependency specifically, is what I want to specialize in and educate myself in, something I'm really passionate about. And I would love to help people in a way that beyond what I help people now. But that's also what made me want to do this in the first place. I love psychology. I love getting into people's minds and learning how they think and they work. And here, it's a really unique experience for people to let all of their walls down with me.
We got 2 more questions left. We're going down to the wire. What is your best physical characteristic?
Me for myself?
You for yourself.
My eyes.
Okay.
It's my eyes.
You do have pretty eyes.
Thank you. I get by far the most compliments on my eyes. Next, I love my legs. I get a lot of comments on my long legs, how much people appreciate it. You know, sometimes I tower over a gentleman and he loves it. So I love having my long legs.
The last question of this interview. What's something about yourself that this could be a characteristic, doesn't have to be physical, but it could be just spiritual or whatever. What's a characteristic about you that is that people would find the most important?
I can connect with almost anybody. I fall a little bit in love with everybody that I meet. I really appreciate learning people's different mindsets and views. And it's a really unique opportunity where I get to meet a lot of people who let their walls down and let me get to know them. I feel like I learn something every single day doing what I do, and I love that.
Thank you for your time. I know it's valuable, and I appreciate you taking me. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I was a little bit apprehensive, so I sat at the bar, had a drink or two, and no, let me tell you something. You're very personable, and thank you for the tour. Thank you for your time, and of course, you guys know how to get a hold of Miss Maya right here, and you will also know how to get a hold of this place, of course, and come on down. I will say this is a very comfortable environment. These people are not gonna go up to you trying to hustle you or anything like that. You have a lot of regulars and locals that live in Pahrump that come over here just to hang out at the bar, and that's it. So this is not an environment where you're pressured to do anything that you do not want to do on both sides of the table.
I will tell you right now, here, the way it works, we're only seen when we are requested for lineups or if an individual lady is requested. And so you have to ask for us. So the ball is in both of our courts here. You have to feel entirely comfortable with what you're doing. There's no pressure. There's no hustle here. We're just like a home that we enjoy meeting new people in.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Lamont. It was great to talk with you.